music.
And were you? Did you study with the famous Mabel Todd?
Oh, no. I told you, she told me I couldn't sing.
So you got dismissed.
I was just there that one time, we went in, and she said, because she was really so well known throughout.
So she was the chorus director at Central?
That's right.
Yeah.
And she taught, I think it once at Bryant, I believe that she was over there, because she was very much involved in the music in the schools.
Do you know if she taught privately as well?
I think she did, because I remember when she said once about discovering Julia.
Right.
She said, I didn't have to discover her. She discovered me, because God had given her the talents so that she could be whatever.
Yeah, true.
And she tried over and over to really, be the person that's going to be pushing a talent as Julia.
Right. Well, Julia gave her credit for being the most important influence musically
Great.
on her life.
Yes.
So was Brian and Central mixed race, effectively?
Yes.
And the neighborhood was mixed race?
Yes.
And Mabel Todd was white?
Yes.
Yeah, and there were a number of really interesting teachers in the 60s.
Do you remember Mabel Todd? Do you remember that name?
So my mother sang in her choir at Central High School.
So,
and I just asked her a few hours ago if she remembered Mabel Todd. And then I looked up Mabel Todd Central High School, and it's Mabel E. Todd. And she was famous. It was an a cappella chorus, and she was famous for engineering tours for this high school choir all over the place.
Right.
And getting often women's club, like the Oberlin Women's Club, which may have been choristers themselves, supported a tour.
And the name comes up because she was Julia Perry's voice teacher, and Julia Perry sang in the same choir and was a star of Mabel Todd's choir. And when it came time for the Akron Symphony to commission a work of Julia Perry in the 60s, 1963, Contretemps, she dedicated it to Mabel E. Todd.
I didn't know that was that dedication. And so she also, I think, now that I've known so much of Julia Perry's music, and that I've heard my mother talk about how strict Mabel Todd was, and how, even though diminutive, she had the most erect posture and almost a martinet style of teaching, not allowing any mistakes and driving them always to some kind of perfection. That makes perfect sense. I see evidence of this in the way Julia Perry marked her scores so carefully with dynamics and everything planned in advance, almost.
Yeah. Highly controlled.
Very highly controlled.
Even while sometimes ambiguous and hard to decipher. And